course, Tom, welcome. Tom, before you start, tell us that wonderful daily working title that you carry, but I think it's fascinating, it fits into this so well.
Well, Larry, first of all, let me thank you for bringing this subject to the community's attention, because after a corporate career in the energy industry here in Houston, I'm an engineer. What occurred to me was when I saw people acknowledged in the workplace and the transformation that occurred as a result of that, I just decided to start my own business endeavor. In that servant leadership mode, what I do is help senior executives simply say thank you, but I do it in a way that really is meaningful. So what we do is we create programs, ideally for servant leaders, that want to say thank you. It's not cookie cutter, off the shelf, or out of the catalog. It really does mean something, and what we do with the art is integrate core ideologies of a company, their vision, their values, and their purpose.
It's all about culture, right? It's really inculcating and living out and trying to dissect what is that culture and how do you permeate that culture for everything, whether it's development, whether it's recognition, reward, whatever it may be.
Right.
And do it in a way that really the human being, the person in this feels truly lifted up.
We don't use the word very often in business. But how does a senior executive or executives really demonstrate that they love their people?
Yeah.
How do they do that?
Yeah.
That's what we do.
And that piece that you mentioned, that word that someone said you can't use in the workplace, love, environment. But in every other environment, it is about unconditional love. It is about the ability to give and receive unconditional love.
There's some other work by Jim Collins that was recorded in Built to Last, where he looked at organizations that had a very clear vision and a very clear purpose, way beyond the bottom line, and then compared the performance of those companies with other peer companies in their industries, and the results were remarkable. And the difference is that people that felt like they were coming to work for a reason even other than a paycheck is huge in an organization. There's a great story by William Pollard, who wrote the book called Soul of the Firm. Their basic services, the core of their business is janitorial services. And in that book, he tells the story of Shirley, and her job as a janitor is cleaning terrazzo and porcelain in a hospital. That's what they do. That's their business. But they make sure she understands that what she does, excuse me, I even get choked up even thinking about the story, is that she's a part of the healing process in that hospital. And I thought, if they can do that in that industry for that job, there's not an industry or a business or company or job description that can match that.
Excellent.
And how do people feel when they get up in the morning and they think about going to work? I'm helping people get well. Servant leadership principles, by giving credit to others, how you do that daily. There's a lot to be gained from that. But the other thing about it is, I think servant leadership principles, they didn't just start in 1970. Greenleaf just articulated them in 1970.
Right.
They go back centuries. And the good news in all that is that people have innate human desires. We all do. And when those are addressed, particularly by the corner office on the 10th floor, it's very powerful. Francis McGuire wrote a book called You're the Greatest. His comment was, if I tell you you're the greatest, you'll prove me right. And isn't that true? So in some respects, it's that simple. But in others, how do you do that? And that's what we're engaged in right now, how to do that. I mean, how to do it in a way that's meaningful, and it's not bribery.
Right.
Be careful that it's not bribery. You know, do this and you get that. Saying thank you is a whole lot different. It's really around gratitude, isn't it? I mean, it's like thanks for your effort and the results and the achievements and all that.